Hi everyone, welcome back to Physical Media Lives. It's Alan, your host here again. Just a small little pickup video for you, a few bits and pieces that I picked up recently. The year started off pretty quiet, but I did have a few pre-orders that are going to start coming through in the next few weeks. So bumper times ahead, and God help me, bank account. But you look, the pits and perils of being a physical media collector. Before I get started, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to you all. And welcome to all the new subscribers, and that's what I mean by that. Had the distinction of breaking through the 100 subscribers recently, a few days ago, which I was delighted with. Never thought that that would happen, but there you go. Really thrilled, and lots of new subscribers coming on board, which is very flattering, and hopefully I can keep you guys entertained. But thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoy the ride, and let's have some fun together as we go along. I think my situation was definitely helped. I've appeared on quite a few streams lately, both with Ollie Loves Films a couple of times, and Pete from Playtendo guy invited me onto his midweek stream recently as well, which is a huge amount of fun. Got to touch base with a lot of people that I've kind of interacted with a little bit over the years, but it was the first time to speak to them directly, so it was a lot of fun. Long night, but Pete streams off an hour, but absolute lot of fun, and really thrilled to be asked, and will be appearing on more in the future. So keep an eye out. They're a lot of fun. Please feel free to drop along and say hello. It's always nice to hear from you all. And once again, thank you so much for the support. Really thrilled to break 100 subscribers, onwards and upwards. And also a big thank you for those of you that watched one of my most recent films, one of my recent videos rather. Uh, my top 10 films of the 21st century. Got a fantastic reaction to that. It's comfortably the most watched video I've done so far, so it seems to have caught people's imagination. A lot of tags going around YouTube at the moment, which are a lot of fun. I'm going to be partaking in a few of those as well. Hoping to get round to doing my top 10 90s films and my top 10 80s films, which is going to be an absolute nightmare because, in my opinion, they were some of the most creative decades in movie history. We weren't inundated with IPs and franchises. There was a huge amount of creativity around, a lot of originality, and some absolutely classic films. It'll be fun. The room's going to need to tidy again after reading through the collection, but sure, that's all part of the process. So look out for those guys. They'll be coming up hopefully soon. And so, without any further ado, I'm going to jump into the pickups that I've got recently. Um, Quite a few from Amazon Ireland, who, strange sort of entity, Amazon Ireland, they're absolutely no use whatsoever for pre-orders or new releases. They just don't do them. They'll arrive at a later stage and when all the heat has died down, but you know, if you wanted it, you've already got it, so a bit strange, but a lot like Amazon Italy though, if you take the time to surf through their menus, you do get some bargains, quite some excellent bargains from time to time, and that's been the case here, so I'm going to share those with you now. Uh, First up, you all know I'm a bit of a comic book fan, and this is a 4K animated movie called Crisis on Infinite Earths. Uh, the Justice League, so Batman, Superman, The Flash, all those type of guys. Uh, Heard of the film a year or two back, but never got around to seeing it. The Steelbook was going for €8, believe it or not. Two disc job as well. There's the Blu-rays in there as well, so figured I'd got nothing to lose. €8 about the price of a pint in Dublin these days, so I picked it up. It's a nice steelbook, as you can see, some nice artwork on the front there. We'll watch the film. If it's any good, I'll pick up the other two because it does come in three parts. If it's no good, then all I've lost is the price of a pint, and sure, no loss there, in fairness. So, yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Justice League. Next one up is, up until recently, I didn't have any of the Mission Impossible films on 4K. Rectified that by getting the first one at a really good price a couple of months back, and noticed Mission Impossible 6 going at a really good price on Amazon Ireland, as I said, about 11 quid. This is a 3 disc set, so you have one 4K disc with the movie, a Blu-ray with the movie, and then a Blu-ray of bonus features. It's a European edition, so the J cards in Italian, I think, or something like that. Doesn't bother me because J cards usually end up at the bottom of a rubbish bin, particularly ones like that. Uh, very soon afterwards. So for 11 quid, you can't go wrong for 3 discs there. This one is actually the one that has Henry Cavill in it, which I remember enjoying immensely in the cinema. He's an actor I admire, and he definitely brought something to the franchise. And as I said, you can't go wrong for €11. So glad to have picked it up. Had a watch of it the other night actually, and really good quality 4K transfer, as all the Mission Impossible films are, and led to believe. So it's good to know. The plan would be to pick them all up in due course. I managed to pick up all the Rocky films 1 to 6 and separate steelbooks over a period of about a year for really good prices. So that's where I go now. I know at some stage you'll see a humongous box set brought out, but sure, look, uh, I prefer having them individually anyway. So there you go. Anyway, next thing up. Uh, this is a 4-disc steelbook, 2 4Ks and 2 Blu-rays, and this is the 2 Wonder Woman films from DC. The first film is possibly the best film they did. They were trying to match Marvel. Did exceptionally well for them in the box office. Gal Gadot starring. She's quite a limited actress in my opinion, but she plays this part particularly well. But the first Wonder Woman film took well over $1 billion at the box office. And it was a massive success, so a sequel is always going to be inevitable. The sequel is not great, but having said that, I watched it, and some people make it out to be the worst film ever made. It's not. Like, even for a comic book movie, the plot's a little silly in places and whatever, but it's fine. It's perfectly watchable, and the 4K transfers on both are very good. There's plenty of extras, So I picked this up, as I said, for about €11 as well. For a 4-disc set. Again, it's a European edition. I really don't care about things like that, to be honest with you. That's why you have menus, so you can change the language to the one of your choosing. Okay, the J card might be in Italian or German or whatever, but as I said, J cards always end up at the bottom of the rubbish bin eventually, so nice pickup. And then the last steelbook bargain I got was Creed 3. I have the first 2 Creed films in a set, and never got around to actually seeing Creed 3 either in the cinema or on physical media. This is going for just under €10, so I said might as well complete the set. Again, I've watched it. Look, it's not a patch on the first 2. Stallone is a big miss. Some of you will probably know he had a falling out with the producers of the film and Michael B. Jordan himself, I believe, so he's not in it, barely gets mentioned. He's a big miss in it. There's just no. It's one of those films you just feel there's no stakes in it. You just know he's going to win. Look, we know these films are formulaic, and of course he's going to win. But sometimes you just feel like there's a little bit of jeopardy and maybe a little bit of doubt creeps in. Doesn't really happen with this one. Look, when you're a collector, you like to complete sets. So we've completed the set of the 3 films. I would be surprised if they go down this road again, particularly with Michael B. Jordan riding on the crest of a wave with his recent master success, so he doesn't really need to go back to this franchise. But if he does, then, make it up with Stallone and getting back involved in some way, because he was a big miss. But look, it was a bargain, so we can't complain. Okay. Next up, having just mentioned the Oscars, actually, this was listed as one of the 10 best films of the year. I would dispute that, but that's not me saying it's a bad movie. It's actually quite the opposite. But it's just a really good popcorn movie, in my opinion. And the film in question is F1, with Brad Pitt starring. There's about 3 or 4 different variants of steelbooks out there, with different covers, obviously. This one just caught my eye because it's got a nice retro look with it, and maybe in the outfit that I am, retro works for me. The film is exactly as I said, it's a popcorn movie. It's an excellent 4K, to be honest, the audio-wise, and visually it's pretty stunning, to be honest with you. But then, with the subject matter in question, you'd expect it to be. The best compliment I can give it is I don't think you need to be a Formula 1 fan at all to enjoy the film. It's just really enjoyable. Guy that's been written off and trying to make his way back, and people doubting or whatever. We all know what the outcome's going to be, but that's what popcorn movies are. So get your Coke or Pepsi and your popcorn into it and enjoy it for what it is. And I said, nice steelbook, 2 or 3 other variants out there, so have a look if you're interested and see if it catches your eye. But A lot of good fun. Now, I'm going to post a link to this in the description. Watched a video lately with two good friends of mine, Andy from Forgotten World of Movies and Nigel Rock God 2004, who did a long video, about 3 hours, but really, really engrossing. Well worth sitting down to have a watch with guys over with a pizza and a Coke or whatever. It's excellent. It's them picking basically their 5 best horror movies of the 60s and their 10 best from the 70s. I believe there's plans to continue this into the 80s and 90s, so it should be fun. But one of the films they mentioned, can't remember where it came in the list, actually, but pretty near the top for both of them. It's a film that I have an old DVD of that must be about 20 odd years old, so I'd say Disc Rot is probably setting at this stage, but happened to see a nice set of it from Second Sight on Amazon, and Dawn of the Dead. Classic horror film, George A. Romero. You've all heard of it, obviously, as well. You know, you can debate till the cows come home what the best horror films are of all time. It would definitely be in the conversation, but I think, in my opinion, it's definitely the best zombie film ever made. Don't think there's any dispute in that, but it's a great film. This particular set, again, really good bargain on Amazon Ireland, so I suppose I shouldn't knock them too much. The J card's not much to show home about, but doesn't really matter. But the films themselves come in a nice solid case, which opens out into a media book, which I'll open for you now. Give us a quick look. So you've got, see if you can get that properly there. You've got 3 4Ks and 1 Blu-ray. There are 3 different cuts of the film, all in individual 4Ks, and then there's a Blu-ray which is absolutely stacked with special features. Got this for the really good price of €25, which I think is an out and out bargain, to be honest with you, for a 4-disc set. This is a lesser Second Sight set, if you know what I mean, in that there was a deluxe box set of this, which is massively popular, has long since sold out and out of print, and is gone for absolutely ridiculous money on eBay, which I wouldn't be prepared to pay. But if you just want the films, this is a really, really nice set, as I said. 4K transfers. I've watched the first one to get round to the other 2 cuts in the next few days or so, and then watch the Blu-rays. Special features hopefully over the weekend, but for €25, £20 sterling roughly, I don't think you can go too far wrong. The deluxe set had like books and photos and whatever with it. It's never going to be affordable on eBay, in my opinion. I'm not paying several €100 just to get books and photos or whatever. It's ultimately all about getting the films. This is a nice addition in itself. It's a good solid case as well. So well worth having, and delighted to have it. So there you go. You didn't think I was going to let you away without me having picked up anything Hammer-wise now, did you? Should know me by now, but yeah, picked up a couple of things with Hammer, one of them only today actually, but Hammer have just started a new range of what I call entry-level 4K, in that they're not charging a fortune for them, but they're still doing a nice job with the packaging. This is one of the first ones they released. It's called Cry of the Banshee, with the great Vincent Price, who I had little or nothing of collection-wise a year or 2 back, but I've now since rectified that, and this is the latest one to the collection. This is what you call folk horror. This is about £20 sterling, €25. There's 2 4K discs in it, 3 different versions of the film, and plenty of special features as well too, background stuff, etc. and all that. I'm not going to lie and say it's the greatest film Vincent Price has ever done, but it's by no means the worst. It's perfectly enjoyable. It's somewhat similar subject matter to a film he did called Witchfinder General. Cry of the Banshee, folk horror, as I said, concerning witches. Basically, Vincent Price's character likes to go around killing witches and burning them, etc. and all that. Unfortunately for him, he picks on the wrong coven of witches, and the lead witch swears vengeance against him and all his family. So basically, it's horrible things happening to him and his family over the course of the film. Nice 4K transfer, alternative cuts of the film as well, as I said. One of the cuts actually has an animated sequence from Terry Gilliam, who I'm sure some of you would know from his Monty Python days and some making great films himself. You'd easily know it's him when you see the animated sequence at the start. That wasn't the one that was released, but it's available on this set here. As I said, two 4Ks for €25. Hammer are going about their business in a really good way, in my opinion. I'm glad I picked this up. As I said in previous videos, I'm never going to pick up everything that they do because some of the films I just have no interest in, but there is a lot of good quality content coming out. The last physical media pickup, anyway, this guy just arrived today. Hammer Heroes, Legends and Monsters. Some of you may, if you have Sky TV, have seen this a few months back. In 2025, I think it was on around September time, I think, to celebrate Hammer's 90th anniversary. Celebratory documentary. It's a Blu-ray, not 4K, but you wouldn't expect it for a documentary in fairness, but nice slipcover. Yeah, nice artwork on it. There's some really nice artwork on the discs as well. There's a 2 Blu-ray set. The documentary itself is feature length, about 2 hours or thereabouts, so you've got that on one of the Blu-ray discs, and there's an alternative version of the documentary, which I'll probably watch tonight. I've not seen it myself, obviously, because it's never been broadcast, so it'll be interesting to see what's different. There's also extended interviews with the likes of Caroline Munro, John Logan, etc. Whatever. I have seen some people complain about them using AI overly much in it. I didn't think they used it excessively, and actually towards the end of the documentary there's really nice use of AI to salute a prominent figure in their history, which I won't go into details of. It's better for you to actually see it. You pick it up for about £20 sterling, 20 odd euro. There's lots of exciting releases on the way, Hammer, which as a Hammer fan obviously delights me. There was a time not so long ago I was wondering would we ever see any physical media releases from them at all, but they were obviously biding their time and have gone about their business in a very appealing manner. Something to suit every pocket. Not everybody's going to be able to afford the deluxe collector's editions that they do, but they are mindful of that, I feel, and are releasing alternative options for those sets, cheaper sets, maybe just with Blu-ray or just 4K on its own. And so they also have the rights to some other studios' films like Amicus and American International Pictures, which that Cry of the Banshee is from, actually. So there's lots of good content on the way. So if you're a Hammer fan, I would recommend if you log onto their website, you can actually go on a mailing list and you're given pre-warning of what's on the way and how to go about pre-ordering, etc. I did have a problem in Ireland with them for a little while in that anything I ordered directly from them, I always prefer to go direct if I can. I was getting hit with customs and excise duty, but the last 2 or 3 deliveries that hasn't happened, so it looks like they finally got their house in order with that one, which is good. I did communicate that issue to them, and to be fair to them, they did give me some credit back. That I was out to get myself a t-shirt and a hoodie or whatever, so they were always good to deal with in that way. So just keep an eye. If you're interested, I said, go on the mailing list and you'll be well ahead of the posse. Lots of great releases this year. Dracula 1958 is one that we're all looking forward to, I'm sure. So there we go. And one last pickup. It's a book, which again was going at a really nice price on Amazon Ireland. The author is a guy called Ian Nathan, who does a lot of the movie documentary content for Sky Arts channel, etc. and whatever. Very good broadcaster and journalist, writes a lot of books. This one is filmography of Christopher Nolan, who I'm a big fan of, as I'm sure most people are. Really nice book. It's in a nice hard slipcover, which just slides out like that. Got a nice firm slipcover to keep it in. It doesn't go up as far as Oppenheimer, unfortunately, just for it, but the book is littered with lots of lovely photos, etc. Picture of Christian Bale in The Dark Knight there. So his filmography is extensively explored prior to Oppenheimer, unfortunately, but the book was going really cheap, so I decided to pick it up. There is actually one by the same author of Steven Spielberg, which I think I'll probably go for at some stage. But yeah, that's the pickups, guys. Hope you enjoyed them. Hope you're all keeping well. And once again, before I finish up, because I've walked on far too long as usual, thank you so much for the subscriptions. It really does mean the world to me. I get lots of nice comments from people, uh, which is always very gratifying. And I always will reply to any comments that are put because it's the 100% the right thing to do. Uh, so keep the comments coming, keep the likes coming, keep the shares coming. Please feel free to recommend my channel to other people. Love seeing new subscribers, and really gratifying, as I said earlier, to break 100. Really chuffed with that. So again, the support means everything. So please like and comment below, and I'll get back to you in due course. But again, thanks a million for everything. More content to come soon. Gonna be doing recording some stuff over the weekend, which I'll post in the next week or so. So look after yourselves. Thanks for the support, and we will talk to you again soon. Bye.